Even with the monogamous sexual relationship also, when it is there, it is nothing, and the transmission can be from the other non-sexual contact also. So it is also something like a wrong feeling which should be corrected. It is not complicated because it's the modest area we are going to see. They feel like any woman is a little bit hesitant to go and get examined. Actually, in a gentle hands, it should not be that complicated. Just one speculum examination will be there, and 5 to 10 minutes of colposcopy examination. But we should be very compassionate when she comes for the health checkup, and we have to be with her, explaining what we are doing. Then they will go with us and they will cooperate. Among the breast cancer, cervical cancer, breast cancer, if a lady gets breast cancer, she is the lucky among the two. If somebody gets cervical cancer or intestine cancer, the person who has got cervical cancer is lucky compared to intestine, because they all spread very fast. Cervical doesn't. Breast also can be cured very easily. Last month we were actually discussing about a lot of cervical cancer issues. Every month we will be focusing on the one or the other organ. But cervical cancer is spoken and discussed much more since long time. Cervix is such a small organ actually, to show you. Some people, when we used to say, now at least people are okay, because you all brainy people are giving lot of messages and information, so they know what is cervix at least.
Welcome to the Life Grids conversation. Today, we are going to have a very important discussion about cervical oncology. We have Dr. Parimala Devi, who's a cervical oncologist. She's here to create awareness, basic information that every woman and man should know about this topic. Unfortunately, we think there are people who also think cervical cancer is somewhere closer to cervix. And there are so many myths and there are so many facts that we don't know or we misunderstand. So, as usual, let's welcome Dr. Parimala Devi. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much, Kritika. This life grid, actually giving the life itself is a very amazing word. It reflects so many things actually. It may be energy, it may be a happiness, it may be a story. So life is something a very complicated and a beautiful, versatile word. I really appreciate, first of all, for this title of this one, Life Grids. In that journey of Life Grid, so many people you are interviewing and giving the knowledge to the public. From that, many people learn many things. Like there is a learning phase for everybody. Yes. For every aspect, it may be a doctor or it may be an entrepreneur or anybody, or some homemaker also. Because, for example, to tell, when I started going through your these YouTube channels or anything, I really understood many things actually. I was thinking I didn't know this. There will be 1 or 2 points we will definitely know. Actually, I was seeing a podcast regarding some infertility, nutrition.
Yes.
Actually, nutrition, your episodes are too good. Medical episodes, how many ever you do, there will be one group of people, they want something. Yes. Again, yes. From the other doctor, from another medical expert. So, first of all, I like to really congratulate you.
Thank you.
And I think it's my good understanding you have reached a milestone.
Yes.
Today, this week. No surprise in that, because you should have reached it long back. But good things are not accepted by public so easily. So it might have taken little time. I congratulate you and team Darshan, everybody who all you have here in Jiva Water Technologies, and I'm looking for your technologies of water also very soon. Something I think we'll also
definitely
get to know about it and understand and experience about it. So today is a very important topic. Of course, you welcomed me. Thanks for that. That is for the cervical health.
Yes.
Or cervical cancer, whatever you say. Cervix or whatever we say, it is a very important organ in female body. And this is the right time to speak, even though we speak about all these cancers every time. Now it is the World Cancer Day Observation Week.
Yes. This week as we are shooting.
Yes. World Cancer Day Observation Week. Last month we were actually discussing about a lot of cervical cancer issues and all, and before that it was breast cancer awareness. Like that we have in every month we will be focusing on the one or the other organ. But cervical cancer is spoken and discussed much more since long time, because cervix is such a small organ actually to show you. Some people, when we used to say, now at least people are okay, because you all like brainy people are giving lot of messages and information, so they know what is cervix. At least cervix is nothing but, see, the lady has a reproductive organs.
Okay.
In that uterus is there, tubes are there, there are ovaries, actually like these two ovaries, the mouth of the uterus, the reproductive organ, there are two parts.
Okay.
Upper body, this is the mouth. This is the part which is called as cervix.
Okay.
It's hardly 3 centimeters.
Just 3 centimeters.
Just 3 centimeters. Even though uterus and cervical length totally it may be 6.5 to 7. Normally speaking, it may vary from another person to another lady. But this part is only 3 centimeters.
Whatever the height or size of the body is,
most of the time. You can tell like how we say heart is or fish size. Even this is almost like that only, a pear-shaped organ. Actually, yeah. You see our fish size only, maybe 6.5 to 7 centimeter. Depending on some problem is there, it may be little hypertrophied. So cervix is the one, this is the place where a lady will menstruate and bring her toxins and menstrual blood out.
Okay.
When it opens up every month. And this is the place where her married life, the sexual contact, part of the sexual contact is in this area.
Okay.
And also this is the place where our newborn, the joy of the family, is going to sit here and grow for 9 months, increasing the size of this 6.5 centimeter uterus into multiple times of the size to accommodate that baby. It may be 2.5 kg or it may be 4 kg, 4.5, depending on the hereditary what it has got. So this cervix is a very important part we are discussing, because coming to the cervical cancer or ill health, it is nearly 75,000 women are dying every year.
Every year?
Every year. You may feel very astonished. Every 7 minutes there is one woman dying. We are sitting in a very cozy place of Life Grid studio, and with the AC and all, we are speaking here. We two women are very lucky. But if you just glance through the happenings in the world, wherever it is happening, especially in India, I'm telling, ours is a very populous country. We have a lot of women.
Yes.
So there, 1 in 7 minutes, a woman is dying. Some statistics say 1 in 5 also recently. But as I know, in India,
1 in 5 minutes.
1 in 5 women. 1 in 5 women. But as I know, 1 in 7 women are dying 7 minutes. 1 in 7 minutes, in every 7 minutes, one woman is dying. So in 1 hour, how many minutes? Like 60 minutes.
Yes.
In that, at least some 8 to 10 women
are passing away because of cervical
cancer. But it may not be cervical cancer. They know or not, we don't know. Statistics says because they might have hidden their problems in some of the places where they don't have the access for the health, or even though they know they are neglected, even though they are not taken to their maybe. So they may put it as something like it is a witch. This one, she died because of some other reason. They may she had some mental problem, she died. They may put it in the other way. So we don't have the proper statistics.
When you say there are so many deaths happening because of cervical cancer, which part of the country is affected more? Is it urban or is it rural?
It is, we can say rural only. The more it is this one, because their health accessibility, even though it is there, they don't use it. On the whole, actually, even now, I am working for the cervical cancer project or whatever it is as a colposcopist. That is in the national forum also. Colposcopy is nothing but we see the cervix under the light. You know about the laparoscopy? How we see the organs through the laparoscopy puncture over the abdomen. Like that, through the natural hole of the woman, we are going to see the cervix.
Okay.
Because it is within the vagina. So that organ speciality, what I actually study is colposcopy, not colonoscopy. Colonoscopy for intestines. So according to that, the facility, even though given, only 2.5 to 3% only come and get the health, get tested for the cervical health in our health checkups.
Okay.
Because sometimes there are many reasons for that.
Yes.
The ignorance also is there, or there is something like it's difficult for them to reach. And we are in a very traditional environment also, Indian this one. Nobody is like, women are very much dependent on the family members, and it is still our culture of mother-in-law, father-in-law. They have to agree to send her to the hospital. So many
even
things
in
are there.
2026.
Yeah, 26. Yeah.
Let's start this segment with a myth and fact.
Yes, yes.
So I will read out few segments because the cervical oncology itself, for many, it is still a new term.
Correct.
Like I said, people get it confused even with the cervical spine.
Yes, yes.
People
yes.
think the
Yes,
C5
because we have cervical, the vertebrae like C1, C2, C3, C7. Then we have thoracic vertebrae. If you can know this one, no, the skeletal platform like that, like a spine, like a snake, it is there. So because of that, they think, oh, there may be some cancer here. They are speaking. It is not so. This is called a cervix, the mouth of the womb for a female. Is sometimes they say it as neck also, neck of the womb also.
Neck of the womb, and hence it is called cervix.
Cervix, yes, yes. Cervix.
So few questions.
Yes,
We'll have the first one.
yes.
Cervical cancer happens suddenly without any warning.
We can of course put it as a silent killer.
Okay.
Because see, this is also virus.
Okay.
This is caused by human papilloma virus. You know, like human immunodeficiency virus, that is HIV.
Yes.
Like that, this is also one virus, human papilloma virus. Even malaria is caused by one malarial parasite. And the flu, what we commonly come across in our public with our families, is also a virus, influenza virus. There, what happens? They will have fever, they will have some chill, they will have some kind of discomfort, malaise, we say, all that, and vomiting sensation and all. Here also, this is a virus, but there are no symptoms at all because of the viral infection. It is very silent. It doesn't produce any kind of fever, anything, viremia, nothing. Silent inflammation goes on in the cervical area.
So it happens for a long time. It doesn't happen suddenly.
Suddenly, it doesn't happen suddenly. Even though people who come for the health checkup, sometimes it may be missed or suddenly it may appear. But people who are quite aware of the symptoms, like some pelvic fullness, pain in the pelvic area most of the time, post-coital bleeding. This is one important symptom I want to tell. After the intercourse in with the husband, there can be sudden some bleeding episodes, especially 35-40 years women, I can say. Because this cancer is very common after the 45 to 55 years of age. That's the breast cancers are common from 30 to 45 years. That is this one.
Okay.
So this one is little bit around the menopausal age, we can say it starts most of the time. So if they are coming for a pap smear or examination or a health checkup, at least one gynecologist, sometimes they will have a lot of white discharge, but still what they will do, over the counter they will go and take the tablets and get corrected. They are a little bit shy to go to a doctor, or they are ignorant, or they don't want to go and show that modest area to the gynecologist. So many problems will be there. So because of that, their tissues may change towards the bad. When they come, it may be a little bit late to prevent it. But this is not something like suddenly it happens.
It doesn't happen.
But still, for the public, for the women, it has got advantage. Once we see her, if there is a suspicion pre-invasive lesion, that pre-cancerous changes, immediately we can correct. With so many treatments.
With screening. We will discuss about prevention.
Yes.
So the second statement for myth or fact, cervical cancer affects only careless women or who are frivolous about their sexual interactions.
It is, of course, one way, like multiple sexual partners are one important causative factor for cervical cancer, and sometimes multiple deliveries also. The trauma to the cervix, that organ, more trauma it happens, and more sexual activity, more viruses are transmitted. The basic thing is human papillomaviruses, the load is more in the semen of the man. The semen secretions of the man has got the loads of these HP viruses because they are not one type. They are about 140 to 160 type of viruses. 16, 18, 20, 21, like that research-wise.
By default, does the semen has these viruses?
Yes.
It is not that they acquired it.
No. It is there. Like that, it is there in our mouth also. Okay, that his mouth or your mouth or my mouth, we have HP viruses. We have so many viruses in our body. Like that, then we have in the anal canal these viruses. So, other than the semen contact also, the viruses can travel. But especially in the sexual contact, especially penetrative sexual contact, viruses are deposited over the cervix. So, in that
3 centimeter when it
yes. When there is a repeated sexual activity, multiple sexual partners, and there may be some hereditary factors also, definitely she can develop. So, of course, it's a carelessness is a correct word only. Correct word only. Like because if they're particular about their discipline, their monogamous relationships, and if they are something like the delivery also, if it is taken care and if they deliver, all those time, definitely there may not be chances. If they deliver many children and multiple sexual partners and also smoking, the lifestyle, it all goes with carelessness only, isn't it?
Understood. Having cervical cancer means a woman had too many sexual interaction. You answered yes in the previous itself.
Yes.
Not necessarily, but that is also one of the reasons.
Yes, very, very important reason that is.
Okay. Women with only one sexual partner cannot get cervical cancer.
No, wrong. Of course, that is appreciated. But there are some statistical reports like there is something like a 2 to 3%. Even with the monogamous relationship also, there can be the virus is transmitted. Maybe it is from the anal canal, or it may be from the other means of sometimes they are using different clothes of the inner garments and all are also shared by some people. That time some of the viruses may be transmitted, especially anal canal from there. Because anal cancers are also quite high in number. The causative factor is again HPV. Cervical cancer, it is HPV. And again oral cancers, it is HPV. Penile cancers, it is HPV. So they all carry the same causative virus. So the anal canal, those viruses also may be traveling to vagina because vagina is a open tract. They can easily reach the cervix just if they travel some 7 to 8 centimeter of the vaginal tract. So it is something like
Okay. The next one.
So one point, monogamous relationships also can have cervical cancer. So they should go through the screening.
Okay.
What is advised.
They are living a right life or according to the
Yes,
cultures
yes.
and
Oh,
society.
we are in monogamous. Even when we go to the school health, even though this is a rapid fire, this one I'm just taking little time. When we go to the school, we address the girls. There will be a lot of hush push in the teachers also, and sometimes parents also will come for the meeting. School programs we do address gynecologist. There they will tell, no, our children, we are not going to this one. We are bringing them very well with discipline, and so why we should give this vaccination to them and all. Now at least they are understanding. Before we faced this about a decade ago.
Question.
Yes,
Okay.
but it is not so. Even in the monogamous relationships also, it is reported.
So, just curious, is it like, why do they catch that virus? Because you're saying this virus is there by default in the semen and all these things, but then is it like immunity the reason?
Yeah, immunity also. See, when the virus enters in the cervix, what happens? It is not like an influenza virus. After some 3-4 days, it will leave the body. Here, it stays there. The persistence of the virus. The virus stays in the cervical area. Today, she had some viruses coming and depositing here. I told you 16, 18, 140 types of virus. They are there. After her immunity fights, they are not doing anything. They are there, but they might have just got this one also eradicated from there because of the immunity. After again, but the sexual contact and the family life goes on for a woman, then again and again it may be deposited. And there may be some injuries on the cervix because of the delivery, abortions. When the breach of the skin is there, cervical skin or whatever you say, these viruses make an entry. Once they start entering the higher and higher level, then they change those cells to cancer. That is what changes are going on in the cervix is the one what I recognize in the colposcopy work.
Okay.
So very early. Only thing, even though it is still yet to be popularized, again they don't come for the common health examination also. So this is little bit higher only. But most of the people do come, especially Western people and all, they come and get these privileges done. They want to show their cervix because they also see over the monitor what is cervix. Till then, they don't know what is cervix.
Oh, yes. Okay. If a woman feels healthy, screening is actually not necessary.
No, we cannot say that because healthy feeling is something like her immunity is good, everything. But it doesn't mean that she doesn't have any lesions down or anything. There are, I said, silently the changes are going on. Silently. And very few people will exhibit with postcoital bleeding, foul-smelling discharge. Because sometimes white discharge and all what they get, they think that it is common. Even after the intercourse, it is common. Or because of the sometimes anemia also, there can be watery discharge. But anything should not be neglected. It cannot be taken simply that it's all okay. I am healthy like that. The whatever the pap smear guidelines we have, once in 3 years after 21 years has to be followed.
Wow. Okay. Cervical cancer usually runs in families. I mean, is it genetic or hereditary? That's a question.
Nothing much hereditary we can say, like breast cancer has got more hereditary we can say. But hereditary factor is there in one of these three cancers like intestine, then uterus cancer, cervical cancer and breast cancer. These three are connected. The immunological system is same. The developmental system is same. Something happens, that's why see if at all there is some problem in the vaginal secretions or anything, even the menstruation time breast start reacting because of the pain and all. They are all connected. Neurological system is the same. Even intestines are connected in this. So if at all a mother is having intestinal cancer, then we alert the daughter to screen all these three organs: breast, intestine, and also cervix and ovaries also. Ovaries also. These are all connected to each other. Their developmental fetal system is from same organ, immunogenetic system. So we have to screen them. I had a patient like who died of ovarian cancer. Very healthy lady, as you said in our question, like if she's healthy, glowing like you, and she was some 50 years. Just 6 months back only, I had done a health checkup for her. She would come to me very often, very fond of me actually. Her children and my children were of the same age. She was a homemaker with this gas agency and all children. Very active lady with grown-up children and all. Actually belongs to a celebrity family. Then again she would come and go and everything is fine. Hey, you are fine. Why do you worry? Go like that. We sent. After 3 months again she came. She said some vague pain. We saw there was nothing, like only one ovary was little enlarged. That is very subjective. Like sometimes it can get enlarged and it can stay like that only for a long time. Then at the 6 months from this health checkup, she came with a full-blown ovarian cancer. Within 1 or 2 months, we had to lose her because the ovarian cancer spread fast.
Screening then?
No. Maybe it's every rule has an exception. It was something like her genetic system was so much inclined towards the cancer. Maybe in the family there are many cancers. We don't know the cancer genes.
Okay. So screening for cervical cancer is a shame. Is it true? Even
never. If anybody says that, we have to correct it. We have to counsel them. If they think so, it is something mental problem with them.
Because unfortunately, cervical cancer is equal to so many other
sexually transmitted diseases like that.
Yeah.
No, the route of transmission
character is questioned when it comes to cervical cancer.
No, but it is a wrong feeling actually, because even with monogamous sexual relationship also, when it is there, it is nothing, and the transmission can be from the other non-sexual contact also. So it is also something like a wrong feeling which should be corrected.
Cervical cancer screening is very complicated. Truth or?
It is not complicated because it's the modest area we are going to see. They feel like any woman is a little bit hesitant to go and get examined. Actually, in a gentle hands, it should not be that complicated. Just one speculum examination will be there and 5 to 10 minutes of colposcopy examination. But we should be very compassionate when she comes for the health checkup, and we have to be with her, explaining what we are doing. Then they will go with us and they will cooperate.
Okay. You have already answered my next question, that cervical cancer is a problem only for older women. Young people don't have to worry, because you mentioned
45 to this one.
Yeah.
So actually perimenopausal age group, but we have to screening starts from the 30 years only. That age she might have developed the cancer to the full-blown, means already 1 decade she was carrying something there. It usually takes a big window period of 7 to 10 years. Starts as a small erosion or some small ulcer. Then it keeps on spreading. Some white discharge, then reddish white mixed discharge, post-coital bleeding. Everything will not happen in the overnight. It happens by stage by stage, and always one vague pain in the pelvic area, pelvic girdle area. That they will neglect. Oh, I have eaten some sweet yesterday, I have eaten some non-veg yesterday. They will attribute to it. They will not get checked it up. Like this,
so it's always good to start screening as early
as possible, especially when they are married. After the sexual contact, they should start getting screened.
Okay. The screening usually involves pap smear. It's painful and risky.
Risky in what way? I don't know. Risk period is not there. It is not like some stenting or angioplasty or anything. It's just in the natural hole what God has created. We are just going to widen and see the cervix. That's all. At least we are very happy. We can see it and decide Is there anything like that to see the other organs?
Technologies.
Ovary and cardia or anything, so much of invasive test we have to do, even the brain and all. Here it is in the natural world, we are going to just see it under all the private space, and we are going to, then this is the only cancer I can say authenticately, because I'm working with these projects since nearly 25 to 30 years. In my experience of 41 years gynecology, 30 years has gone in this project only for me, my Guinness record, everything. So this is the only cancer which can be prevented, but still not prevented is our something like the sigh of this one for us, sadness, because people don't come and cooperate.
Is the
Yes.
issue.
Because we know the causative factor here. This is the virus. In breast, what causative factor you will tell? In intestine, what causative factor you will tell? Maybe they are teetotaler, they might have eaten only sasyahari, only sattvic food, still they may come with some cancers.
True,
But
true.
here, we know there is a virus, we have the vaccine, we have everything to prevent it. Only thing that should approach.
They should just take the first.
Yes, yes.
Pap smear affects virginity or fertility.
Pap smear cannot, this one, usually we don't do pap smear in a virgin lady at all.
Okay.
Unless she reveals that sexual activity is not there, we cannot do pap smear.
Okay.
Once they agree, they confess to us, then only we'll start doing this one. If the girl is really virgin of some 18 years, 19 years, not knowing anything about sexuality, why should we do this one? Like that, it goes with the 30 years, some celibacy person also. But because of the contact of the non-sexual contact, we have to. But not with the virgin girl, we will force to do the... Actually, sexual activity should be there. Then only the screening starts.
Does it impact fertility?
It is not so at all.
It's not
No,
so.
rather I should say these days I am called to do the colposcopy in the most of the fertility centers,
Okay.
because they want to know the cervical health before they do some procedures. Because in fertility issues there will be a IVF, test tube baby, so many things.
Yes.
That time they have to know that cervix is very healthy when they transfer the OM or whatever it is. There are incidences, cervix was not evaluated, there was a growth, cervical cancer was there, they missed it and they had taken for the IVF, and there were so many problems they had to face. So these days they make sure that cervical health is always there.
Screening happens
Screening.
before
Yes,
the
yes,
infertility
yes, yes, yes.
treatments are.
It's a must like.
Okay. Cervical cancer is always life-threatening. It always leads to end of life.
No, it is not like that. Actually, if they come for the screening, we can give her 100% what is the lifespan she is destined to. Because there are a lot of alternative treatments in the very early stage, that is pre-invasive lesion.
Okay.
I said cervix is the place where this one. Before it becomes, there are so many layers in this only when we see over the microscope. So if it is in the superficial area, we can just take it off by a cryocautery or by a thermoablation. There are some ablative methods. Once we take it out, it becomes normal. So her lifespan gets restored if they come very early in the pre-stage. If they come in the stage 1 also, that time also we can really make her quite healthy by operating or by radiation or by chemotherapy. But if they cross beyond second stage, when it goes outside the uterus and tries to catch up the cancer cells, intestines, they will start traveling to liver and all. That time it becomes very this one. But cervical cancer, we can treat it very well. Among the breast cancer, cervical cancer, breast cancer, we should not be telling that if a lady gets breast cancer, she's the lucky among the two. If somebody gets cervical cancer or intestine cancer, the person who has got cervical cancer is lucky compared to intestine, because they all spread very fast.
Okay.
Cervical doesn't. Breast also can be cured very easily.
Okay.
These are
Still,
few
it
things.
is kept hush only, no?
Yes,
cervical cancer.
Yes.
If a woman has cervical cancer, it is not even shared with the immediate family. And they say some gynecology problem.
No, another social thing is, psychological feeling is, a woman will feel that she will lose her husband affection once her cervix is not in healthy condition, because sexual activity is a part of the family life, depends on the partner how much he expects from you. So she is scared where I will lose him, because sexual activity is one of the important expectation of a man. That is from his genes only, we can say. He is a polygamous person, as it is said and spoken. So they are scared, unless they show in a movie like a Sri Ramachandra, something like that husband, they are scared where they will lose them. So they will try to act as if they are normal for a long time. When it is not controllable, then they start
If a woman is impacted with the cervical cancer, will her sexual activity or her thing will be normal or it will be impacted forever?
It is not forever, we can say. Now, when they come in the very early stage, till the stage 1, they can go back to their normal sexual activity because the cervix is not so much operated or anything. We do very small ablation treatments.
Okay.
After some interval, again we ask them to
Ablation in normal words, like a scraping off?
scraping and the burning, like a laser treatment. It is
Oh.
laser. Like the fulguration, what we say, like we are going to burn that area, the cancer cells area.
Okay.
And again it will become normal.
Okay.
After some interval of rest or anything, they can go back to their normal sexual life. That is there. But if it is more than the stage, advanced stage, that time you may have to take out the uterus. The sexual activity will be
Drop.
most of the time hampered. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So the next one is HPV vaccination
Hmm.
is not very safe. It can lead
This-
multiple
this is,
side effects.
This is actually making a lot of noise in the national vision, televisions everywhere. Even though it is not a live virus vaccine, actually. It is a dead, only the DNA of the virus is extracted and the virus, the vaccine is made. It is not live vaccine like something like in the COVID time and all, how they gave and it was reaction, anything. But this is actually only DNA content of the virus is required, taken out and vaccine is created so that this vaccine when given creates lot of spurt of this antibodies. Antigen antibodies that will protect this woman from the future infections or anything from the virus. But actually, there is some kind of anti-vax group.
Okay.
Anti-vax group is going on what condition it is going on, we don't know. Some people don't want this vaccine to be more promoted and all. Even though most of the medical fraternity people, they have given for their own daughters, own cousins, everything. Still they say something happens to that woman, it was because of the vaccine. Even for example, in COVID vaccine also still things are going on.
Yeah.
Somebody dies of cardiac arrest because of the COVID vaccine. See, we told him not to take, but he would have died that time, I think. No, he might have died, that is different. But there is one anti-vax group, but more and more work is going on. And recently, even in Kerala, we just got the news morning because we are into that group, always trying to watch what is going on. They have already implemented in the schools also, government schools.
Have they mandated it or is this available?
It's available. They have mandated it in Kerala, even in Tamil Nadu, so that like how we give the vaccines of school entry, TT injection and other injection like polio at the birth, this also has come into the action in few of the places. Only in Karnataka also things are going on under this one leadership of many of the Foxy leaders. Probably it will be made, but there is nothing like a dangerous thing from the vaccine because it is not a live vaccine at all.
But is there a proof and study that it is?
Yes, there are some geometric measurements of the antibodies.
Okay.
The antibodies are measured in the research papers, if at all you go through. Those will be there for 8 years after one vaccine. As long as those antigens are there in that girl's blood, her vaccine, her infection becomes very less. She'll be protected.
Okay, but any side effects that it doesn't cause any other side effects? Are there studies done exhaustively? How is it treated in other parts of the globe?
Actually,
Or
it is
how is
more
it prevented?
in Australia. See, for example, other parts of the globe, means I will take the example of Australia. They are almost eliminating cervical cancer now because of their robust screening program. Because it is something a must there, screening. Even NHS UK, where I have done my colposcopy fellowship in 98, there the male goes to their home only to come for the checkup. Because it is free, they just go. There is no money or anything they have to pay. So because of that, their screening is very robust and their diagnosis also becomes very early.
And do they have anything like a vaccination of
Yes,
HPV? The same vaccination?
Same vaccination. Actually, Gardasil, what we are giving here, the brand 9 or 4, they are all from the Western this one only. Now only we have come out with our HPV vaccination, that is Cervavac. Just since 7 years or so, we have got Indian manufacture. Otherwise, it's all from the Western country, USA rather, we are getting the vaccine. Same vaccine is all over the globe also.
Oh, interesting.
Cervical cancer vaccine.
Okay. After HPV vaccination, screening is no longer needed.
No, it is a must because sexual activity can go on and go on,
Correct.
depending on their age, depending on their whatever the circumstance it is there, when their habits, discipline. So you might have given the vaccine for this one. It may be controlling few of the viruses, but some other virus may be going in another sexual contact, because there are different viruses. Like how in the influenza we say, like some viruses we are able to control. Otherwise, again, another season, another set of vaccine should be given. Like that, here screening is a must. Even though vaccinated, it is not a license for being scot-free and just going ahead with the life. They have to be in the screening protocol. We cannot stop it till 50, as long as they are sexually active.
As long as they are
Sexually active. But the WHO guidelines up to 65 it has put, because the viruses may be there. Sexual act might have stopped. Persistence of the virus may be there in the cervix.
But
they will have their.
Will they go away, or still there are?
The immunity is less because of that. There may be something, if it all have to happen, it will have happened. Or it may be the sexual activity also comes down almost to a standstill by 55-60 in our scenario.
In India's
in our scenario. But there are people who will get this one, but at least this much of vaccination, if they take and stay, their antibodies will help them.
One HPV vaccination is sufficient for
No, it is 2 vaccines actually, or 3. 2 when the young adults, the ideal age for vaccination is 9 to 14. Why we should give then?
Young, right?
Too young. But how we give the other vaccines? Because the girl is going to get married 18 plus, maybe 20, 25, 30. So we are preparing her in these 5 years to produce the big number of antibodies, the SPUD, because their immunological system is very receptive in the teenage group. So once we give that, they are ready to face any type of the cervical insults. So usually it is the 9 to 14 is the ideal. And another age group is catch up, we say, if they are not taking the time, 14 to 26.
Okay.
So 2 vaccines should be given. WHO is coming out with one single vaccine also.
14 I have taken, then 14 to 26 is not needed.
Not needed. But here, first dose, and after that second dose they have to take.
Okay.
But in 26 years group, booster also is given.
Okay.
Because their immunological system has become a little bit not receptive.
Correct.
And after that, 26, this one is only opportunistic.
Oh.
A 35 years old lady will come, Madam, I have understood about the vaccine, will you give? What is the advantage? Here it may be 90% protective, there it may be 40-50% protective.
Understood. And an abnormal pap smear always means cancer.
Not necessarily. It may be because of some infection also. There can be some bacteria in the vagina. Fungal infection can be there. It is very common, especially our India is a capital for the diabetes now. We are heading in diabetes. We have that the gene called as what is that Spentef gene. That is actually very much for sugar metabolism disruption and all.
Yes.
So because of that, a lot of infection can happen to the woman who is having diabetes. So fungal infection, bacterial infection, viral infection, they also can give some bad pap smear report. But if they get some report which is hinting at HPV virus, that also comes, called as chyliocytes. Okay. They are the remnants of this HPV virus.
Okay.
That time we become more cautious. We tell them you require again a follow-up.
Okay. Okay. The last 2 statements, most cervical cancer deaths are medical failures.
Never. I can never agree with this.
Okay.
No. If they come on time and if they're aware of what they're supposed to get, and if they can get the facility, may not be they are not having any something like a monetary benefits or something like that to give this one. There are a lot of government medical colleges. We are blooming with medical colleges, Karnataka. If they go somewhere to one gynec department also, they can get tested. So if they are, because of their ignorance and not following the protocol, if they do because of their lifestyle habits, then it is not the medical failure at all.
Okay. The last one, society is more comfortable judging women than protecting their cervix.
Yes, more judgmental regarding the woman. If something happens, they will never tell, oh, she should have got this properly done. They will definitely comment on the negative aspect of that one.
Because as a common man, common layman citizen, but from your perspective, who has seen it all in the last 41 years and specifically in the last 20 years you've been working, even now, do you agree with this?
Yes, it is because of, should not be judgmental. She has her own story. See, every woman has got her own story. We have to go through that perspective and understand her. Nobody neglects on their own. maybe there are some few factors which has made it like that. Yes.
Thank you so much. This segment was beautiful with clarifying the
I enjoyed it.
basic statements which are almost not so fact, but there was so much information that you gave us through this statement. The next segment is much more very basic to understand everything about cervical cancer, prevention and screening.
Yes. Okay.
Let's
More
meet in
scientific.
that segment. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.